All right. So, anyways, hi. Recording this video, trying to do something a little bit different. It's more of like a nighttime, kind of a nighttime ride, but still, I had to turn on these lights inside of the vehicle to see if it'll work. Um, so, just messing around. So, anyways, not on the highway yet, but if it gets all grainy, then I'm just not going to use the footage. So, I'm just going to talk. Um, but yeah, like I really have a heart for these men right now. Men are under attack. They've been under attack, and it just seems like the pressure is just growing and growing and growing. And a lot of men are not sure what they should be doing to handle that pressure. So, what are the easy things that they do? Well, overeat. Number one, you're gonna overeat. Number two, probably watch porn, right? It's easy release. You don't have to worry about much. You don't have to worry about anyone telling you what you should and shouldn't do, what you can and cannot do. And then, probably participating in some other destructive behaviors, drinking, smoking weed, just partying and doing those things, whatever the case it is. And you don't even have to go out and do this stuff with people. You can do this all by yourself and be just as destructive, because now you're in an element where it's just you and you get to be you 100% without anyone judging you for being completely reckless. And I feel bad because, like, men just don't know how to talk. They don't know necessarily what to say when they're going through issues in life. It's a hard thing to do because you just don't know what people are thinking. You don't really know how people are going to respond. You're not really sure if people are going to keep that information private. And sometimes that vulnerability that you have, it can be a lot. Um, and it could be hard because you just don't know what people are going to do with that. Will they take it? Will they share that information with somebody? Will they um, use it against you somehow? And I know this to be true. My ex best friend did that. He took all the things about me, everything that I was as a person, and used it against me. And that was it. Like, I felt completely betrayed. And so my vulnerability, I was completely exposed, but then I completely shut the doors on that because I didn't want to get hurt again. So here's the thing though, for men, that's the part, is being scared. Like, men, there were these alphas at times and these fearless, brave, bold men. But when it comes to opening up and sharing who you really are as a person, like, cower over completely. And it's like nobody knows exactly what to do or what to say during those times. So the one thing I can say about this, if this is a struggle for you in your relationship, whether you're married currently or you're divorced, I would encourage you to find some men that you can speak with that you trust. Even if it could be very difficult to open that door, at least put those people on the radar. Meaning, these are people that I would be willing to speak with about my issues. Like, it could be a list of one or two. It doesn't have to be a massive list, but at least identify who those people are. And then number two, test the boundaries a little bit. Like, step out a little bit further than what you're used to doing. Like, if it's always about sports and football and basketball and all these different things, okay, fine, like, that's cool, but where do you ever find time to grow as a person? What about your friend? When do you guys ever have time to talk about, like, future plans, things that will, like, help you get to a new level in life than just staying talking about sports? All the stats, every single game, playoff, whatever thing that happened, who won the World Series or NBA, whatever championships for the last 15 years, and you got all the data to back it up, but you can't think about the last time that you opened up to a good friend to talk about things that could help both you guys grow. So again, one, identify those friends, who those people could be. And then two, stretch your boundaries a little bit. Like, it's okay to just talk. It's okay to, see where that relationship can go, because you might not even know that you have a friend who's out there who's been waiting and looking for somebody like you. But because you've taken the time to keep yourself so tight and so wound up where you just can't allow yourself to be free, then that other person is doing the same thing as you. I've seen it happen way too many times. I got a friend right now who's dealing with a lot of stuff in his life, and he's kept all that stuff so close to the chest. And he knows he's got a friend in me, right? Because I've made it very clear. But now he fully understands, like, I have been here, I've been waiting for a time like this, and now he's taking advantage of those moments. And he has mentioned how much his life has changed just in the few interactions that we've had. And that's why I say you just never know. So it's not always about you 100%, but you don't know that your vulnerability could actually help someone else through their problems that you never even knew they had. So when you're thinking about that, if you care about your friends the way that you say that you do, then be a little bit more vulnerable. Put yourself out there a little bit more than you normally would, because you'll see that friendship thrive in a whole different way than you ever thought would ever be possible. And from there, now you have an even closer friend that's probably turned into a brother. You might consider him a brother right now, but do you guys talk about real life? Maybe not. All I know is this: I've seen things change in my life because of the people that I know, and because I was willing to be vulnerable again after being completely destroyed. The one thing is that if you've ever been hurt before as a man by your spouse or from your ex, and that you've closed the doors because you're in fear of being hurt again, the only way that you know that you're going to be able to trust again is by trusting again. There is no shortcut to that. You just have to put yourself out there. But if you're going to let that pride and ego keep you down, then good luck. It's going to be very difficult to have anything change in your life. But it's already in you. You can do this, and you should do it, because there's so much more on the line than just you. So on that note, again, identify who those friends are. Who are those people that will be able to be there to help you through your challenges? Whether you're married right now and you don't know how to deal with every situation, but yet you got a good male friend who can give you some real words of advice, some encouragement, and uplift you to help you get back into your marriage again, so it's not just all bad and they're not trying to be negative about it. That's a good friend. Or if you're divorced, and you're scared to have a relationship again, we'll talk about those things. Why are you scared? What's the issue? What happened in the relationship? Do you think it could be this? Do you think it's that? Do you think you need counseling? Just have those conversations to get their mind thinking. Like, that's important. So again, identify those friends. And number two, open up, stretch the boundaries that you have. They're already too close. I mean, they're literally, you're like stuck. You can't even move. Give yourself some room to breathe. Be vulnerable a little bit, and let those men know, like, or your close friends know, like, look, we can go to a whole new level here. Just like in a marriage, there's levels to your marriage. You're in that honeymoon stage, and you got a little battleship after that. You want to try and get to the cruise ship. That's the whole goal. But you got to go through some things first. You got to get to a new level of understanding each other. So men, I encourage you, use your words better, talk more, be more vulnerable, because in the end, it is going to help you out so much. So on that note, love you guys. Talk soon. Have a great night, and later.